that is funny to me is like, and I got to do a better job of communicating it, and I try my best, but it's like people see the stuff now and it's like, oh, he's just contrarian. He's just like being like the meme lord. And I like that part of it. And I push those buttons on purpose just to push the buttons. But like I lived the CSCS world, man, like lived it from when I turned 15, it was Olympic lifts. And like I was obsessed as soon as I started doing it, like from the get-go. I started reading all the books I was supposed to read, went to college, like passed all my classes, was a really good student in the class. Like I was annoying because I was eating like beef and rice in my class, but like passed all my classes, like never had any trouble with any of the CSCS stuff, and blue pilled myself hard, man. Like every I was super neurotic. All the stuff that I was being told mattered. I had all this information thrown at me. I was like, fuck, this is the answer, this is the answer, this is the answer. And I was so in it. I was so in the CSCS. I was so in the 3x10 model that I was lost in reality. And that's why I'm very passionate about it, because I see so many coaches and I understand this is why I go at it so much, because I understand how deep most coaches are without knowing they are that deep. And the only way to get it out is have somebody that is flamboyant like me, like have you pause for just a second. In anger, you can pause in anger. You can pause in like, oh shit, he's right. Either way, I don't care, because all you need is that pause to be like, oh, why did I get angry there? There's something like maybe here. And like there's so many examples of just like moments in my strength conditioning career where it's like my freshman year, I tell the story. I really like the story because it's like just the pinnacle of all of it. I cleaned 350 pounds as a freshman in college. Got done doing it. I look to my left and there's a senior linebacker who is doing an upright row, like 185. Like it looks disgusting. Like he's barely getting under, front squatting it up, getting it. And I looked around in this weight room and I'm like, I'm going to fuck everybody up. Like I'm going to be the like God's gift. Like I'm going to destroy. Just because we had a really good strength conditioning program in high school, I had big, broad shoulders. Like I was just built to like move trucks, right? Like that's what I was built to do. I look around, see all this. We go to practice literally a couple hours later, and I meet that same linebacker in the hole the very first practice. He lights me the fuck up, man. Like lights me up. He meets me in the hole, lights me up. He pats me on the head and says, "You got it next time, bud." And like I got the "You got it next time, bud" by the senior, who just like put me in a different world.
Just a man.
Just a man, and just dad bod like looking dude. And I was like, man, there is a different level to like. It was the first time I had been red pilled just a little bit, because I was forced to be red pilled. Like I was so blue pilled that like if I just get my cleanup, I'm going to be the greatest athlete in the world. And that's what I spent all of my time doing until I was blatantly showed that it doesn't matter. And I think that is why I like talking about this stuff so much, because when you are a coach, a lot of times you are not forced to have those red pill moments. And a lot of coaches take so many steps removed from actually playing the sports and actually doing the things that would force them to have these red pill moments, to where they sit and argue about Olympic lifts and how to get them up and how to squat more and how to do these things. I'm like, man, go onto the field, step up to the free throw line, like go onto the court and see if any of these things that you guys are arguing about matter. And most of the time they don't. And that's why I try to be very, very passionate about it and try to live that aspect and be kind of the bridge between the athlete and the coach, and be like that athlete coach, which I think most of us should. I think most of us should embody the movement practices we preach much more than we talk about them.
Yeah. And I